Hello everyone, and welcome to our first week together in EDU 223. For many of you in the course, you've already taken EDU 123 with me the last 5 weeks, so this will seem very similar, so you'll have a little bit of an easier transition than the rest of the folks. But if you're new to this class, please don't worry. We'll get you caught up quickly in terms of how things work. So I'm basically here, I always give you guys a video, which is linked right here, with an action sheet. So these action sheets are essential. Read them carefully. Go over everything really carefully, and it will really help you understand what the expectations are. So I'm Dr. Ron Kotlik. We're going to do a get to know each other at the end of this week together as well. I'm a director of the Education Technologies program here at the college, which is an online master's degree program where students get a degree in education technologies. But I'm also a teacher at Clarence High School. I teach social studies. Been doing that for over 18 years now. So I kind of wear both hats. So I have a role in the K-12 world and also a role here in the college. I've been at the college for over 20 years. I'm actually an alumnus of the college as well. So I love Canisius and great to be working with everyone here this semester. So here we go. So we're going to read the syllabus again. It's really important to go over the syllabus. Here it is. It's actually, we are using Schoology as our main learning management system. I'm not using Desire to Learn. It's, I want you to use tools that will be useful to you in a K-12 setting, and Schoology is very popular in the K-12 world. And we're going to talk about some other systems this semester too, like Google Classroom, Edmodo, that are also out there for you. But this one's very, very popular. We actually use it here at Clarence throughout the whole entire district, through all grade levels. And I want you to use a tool that one day you might use with your own students. So the directions how to access Schoology are right here. I put them in the opening hello email as well. When you go to Schoology for the very first time, you go to courses. You're going to go to My Courses. And you're going to enter the little join code. It's going to say join a course, right? You're going to say join a course, and then you enter that code right in that particular spot, okay? But for us right here in our courses today, and the join code is right there, so make sure you take a look at it. There's the actual join code for our class together. I also put that in the directions as well. So that's the code you would put in for what we are doing. Okay, so that's really important for us. All right, now in terms of what we're doing here with the syllabus, here it is, and we're going to go over a lot of different great technology aspects in this class that are very diverse, very interesting. We do some posting as well. We do text posts, but we also do a lot of other great posts as well, things like Flipgrid and other aspects. That'll be very, very, very interesting. Okay, so we do all of that. All right, and here's just the usual policies when discussions are due. Usually we have you post to Schoology by a Wednesday evening. And then any replies to other students, usually we only reply on Flipgrid, which I'll get into all of that soon, is due by the following Sunday. Any kind of work, I ask you to create something, go into more depth. Those are usually due on a Sunday. So please read through all this. The plagiarism policy and all of that, the grading breakdown. Here's the rubric for all deliverables that we do. And more importantly, I think for you guys, rubric for class discussions. These are really important. So when you're texting, when you're posting your thoughts and ideas to Schoology, these are well-developed posts I'll get back to again. The rubric kind of helps you with that. There are multiple paragraphs. We're going to use APA citations, which I give you some hints how to do. Parenthetical within a post and a works site at the end. So those are all really essential. So here's our course schedule. So we're going to start off this week, just introductions again, hello. But we're also going to get into mobile devices in the classroom. That's like cell phones, Chromebooks, iPads. I think that's really exciting, exciting material. And we'll do a little get to know each other as well. We're going to continue with that into week 2 of the course. We're going to talk about technology tools that help facilitate the Common Core, which I think is really important. Then we're going to talk about blended learning aspects, using things like Schoology and Modo, Google Classroom in your own curriculum areas. We have a week off with spring break this time. And then we're going to kind of end it with a brief one because we kind of come back, but gamification, using gaming elements in the classroom, which is really exciting as well. So that's kind of the syllabus, all right, in terms of what you do. So please read through all that carefully. I should probably stress, we go back to the syllabus, best way to get a hold of me, certainly. is through email, or you can certainly use that number as well. Either a text is fine or a voicemail. I'll get back to you. So that's kind of the best way to get a hold of me if you ever need something. And don't feel bad about reaching out. I'm here to help you, and we're going to have a lot of fun together. All right? So back to the action sheet. For this first week, you're going to read the articles and the websites that I have in the folder Module 1 called Mobile Devices in the Classroom. And this is the post I want you to think about as you read the materials. So we're going to investigate mobile technologies. I first started using cell phones and iPads, probably even more now. I always say 8. I should probably, probably at least 9 now. Oh my gosh, 9 years ago, I remember my principal coming to me and saying, hey, all these kids got devices, what can we do with them? Can we use them? Should we keep on trying to fight this, or can we make it part of our classroom? And we kind of piloted a study 9 years ago, and we really kind of mapped out how we had the kids use them. And it was great. They enjoyed it. We really liked it. Now, a lot of that's changed because now I have a Chromebook card in my room where every student every day has their own Chromebook. A lot of schools are one-to-one where kids take home their own devices, whether it be iPads or Chromebooks. So we've come a long way. Some of the tools that I've used back then, I still use. They've been updated. They've been useful. There's new tools out. So I'm going to ask you to look at this stuff and what material outline was most appealing in the articles. Have you ever used mobile devices in your own teaching? Or again, if you haven't been a teacher yet, in your own experiences as a student is fine. Do you have any criticisms about these tools and these strategies? And comment specifically this part. I'm sorry. Get rid of that because I'm not putting the screencast in this one. If this material is new to you, do you feel you can incorporate it into your own instruction? That's important. So I'm really interested. Okay. So with that said and done, you're going to develop a full text post, introduction paragraph, 2-3 body paragraphs, a conclusion. Everything should be APA cited. So I encourage you to quote directly from some of these sources. Cite them, parenthetical APA citations. If you're unfamiliar how to do this, there's a whole library guide here from Keisha's how to do that. And at the end of your post, have a works cited. Now that's going to be posted to the actual text of the Schoology. Now, later on, we're going to use Flipgrid to even do video posts. But this first week, we're going to keep it simple. Okay. So let's go into our module folder. So we go into Module 1. And there's the action sheet again. This is where you would post your discussion after you read through some of this. And I've given you a lot here. This is an older article about cell phones and social studies classrooms. Because that's my experience. But I think it's really good. It gives you a good sense that even if you're not a social studies teacher, it's okay. Still, you can read through that. This one's kind of neat about less than the class set. They're a little dated, but that's okay. But these are good, like how to use cell phones as learning tools. The ultimate guide to using iPads is really good. The right questions, iPad, the Schrock guide's great. So you got some really, really good things here. About Chromebooks, if you're new to Chromebooks, I put together a whole playlist here of how to use Chromebooks, which is really kind of neat. Why Chromebooks are doing really, really, really well. So you got some stuff here. Now, again, I give you a lot. You don't have to cite and quote every single source. Use a few sources, 3 sources or so, least, just to kind of give us some good variety. And you post your discussion right here at the top. Okay. So when you're in Schoology, and actually I'm going to change this idea. I'm not, I wanted to use Flipgrid a little bit the first week, but I think it's a little bit too much. You actually post your discussions right in here. Okay, so you type out your ideas in this box, but be careful with that because if you, by mistake, hit the back button here, you're going to lose it. So I really encourage you to type out your posts in a Google Doc or a Word doc and then paste that material over into this box. Okay, don't upload a file or don't just post a link to your doc. I want the text in this box space so it's easier to reply. And then you post, and then you reply to other students' posts right in here. Okay, so that's how that actually works. All right, now. The second part of what we're going to do together this week, you're going to post a virtual get-to-know. You're going to get to know each other in the class, and this is great. We're going to use a tool called Flipgrid. We're going to use it much more later on into week 2 through week 5. But this case, you're going to make a video post about yourself. Just tell you who you are, what's your interests, your hobbies, your goals in school, what you want to do, what area you want to teach, just some fun stuff. And you can actually download the Flipgrid app for either iOS or Android. And once you do that, you just scan the QR code and it works. Or if you're right here, you can just click on this link. It's going to bring you to it. and it's going to be great. So here's my little intro. You can watch that. You just hit the little plus button. You log in with Google. If you haven't done this before, just click your Google account, whichever one you are using. I have a few. All right. And it's going to bring up a little box here where I got I'm using two different audio video cams. Sorry. And there you go. So you got yourself. You're into this. You can hit record. You can add text over yourself, filters, stickers. It's really fun. So it's really kind of a neat tool. So definitely check that out. You're going to enjoy it. And then you can reply to other people's responses here too by the end of the week. Okay, so that's what I'm going to have you guys do. So by the end of the week, post reply to other students' initial discussion post on Schoology and post reply to Flipgrid. So by that Sunday, post your get to know. Some people might be posting their get to knows late in the week, so you might want to check back maybe that Monday 24th and reply to their get to knows, but definitely reply to their discussions from week 1. That has to be done by Sunday. Make sure you give them great insights, reply with some interesting ideas, and that's all on Schoology. Okay, so I ask you to reply to at least 2, but preferably 3 or more people's posts. Really, have a great dialogue, and we'll do that solely this week in Schoology. All right, so I hope I'm being clear here. You're reading the materials, and you're going to post to this discussion, and you're going to reply here to everybody else's posts as well. But you're only making your get to know in Flipgrid. Later on, we'll use Flipgrid also for our discussions. Okay, so hope that helps. And if you have any questions, certainly let me know. And I'm looking forward to working with everyone. All right, take care. Bye-bye.